Welcome to another episode of Raw Arsenal. Today we'll be discussing new tactics, new formation, refresh. And that's exactly what's needed now when spirits are a bit down. We finished on track to finish second for the third year running. And having crashed out in the Champions League in a knockout stage, albeit the furthest we've progressed in many years in that tournament. I think a new formation will bring a sort of new belief, new energy, and sort of a change, a different feeling to players who might be well worn out. Not just physically, injuries have proved that, but I think they're worn out mentally too, because they've been going for number one 3 years in a row, and they've fallen just short. I reckon we need to take a leaf out of PSG's book. Yes, so Luis Enrique has inspired this suggestion I'm going to make, and that is a 3-5-2. Specifically, a 3-5-1-1. Hear me out. So, we've been too reliant on set pieces. We need a formation that's going to trigger creativity in the minds of players. Having 5 in the midfield and 2 up front will allow our wide players to focus on attack. Because we've found a sturdy centre-back in Kiwior now. It would be a great addition to our back line. Calafiori, sort of winning mentality. But he is too attacking minded, and would result in a imbalance at centre back. Ben White hasn't reached the levels we know he can reach and has reached in prior years following his time out with that injury, that knee injury. So he is likely to be starting on the bench. Our best wide players this year, defensively, have been Skelly on the left and Timber on the right. Our best attacking wingers, Saka, of course, has been lethal, but is faded towards the end of the season. On the left-hand side, Martinelli has crossed into double-digit goals now. Trossard having done so already. Martinelli showing some potential in the striker position most recently. I think of Martinelli, I think of shots into the keeper's hands. I think of low efficiency in front of goal. Trossard has come up with some brilliant crosses. I can already think of that run and cross into Havertz when we were playing PSG in the Champions League final in the group stages there. That game feels bittersweet after having lost, of course, to PSG when it really mattered. But then you have him setting up Marino to get us to win against Leicester City, and early in the season as well. Just to give you two examples, but our two wide players, of course, would have to be chosen out of these players. If you go by stats, the players have delivered the most crosses so far this season are Saka, then Rice. But I think given the need to spark a more attacking mindset in this team, our wide players need to be our current wingers. So Saka on the right, on the left, Trossard. I reckon we should try Martinelli in one of the attacking positions that I mentioned, 1-1 or 2. Maybe starting on the bench at first, because Havertz was brilliant. He was on track to get 20 goals. I don't think that's something that we've acknowledged as an Arsenal community fan base enough. He was on 14 goals before he got out injured quite early in the season. He was our top goal scorer when he got injured. Marino's lethal. I reckon Marino up front, tucked in front, and Havertz tucked in behind. I think that's going to be a lethal combination. Lethal. And so, because we don't only have one, but we've got two aerial threats. Rice, left center midfield, who can cross over with right center midfield. Calafiori, left center midfield. Party, of course, in the holding midfield position, number 6. No question about that. He's been right now. He's got the highest tackling and interceptions total of any player in our team. Stats, by the way, stats thanks to fref.com. Calafiori is up there as well, 3rd or 4th in terms of total tackles and interceptions per 90 minutes. Plus, he's a great crosser of the ball, as you've seen most recently against PSG in the second leg. And not only that, but he's got a shot on him. As we've seen, he's got a real good shot on him. I'm thinking of Man City. Plus he can cross, as I mentioned. And he's got tackling and interceptions as well. So he's a great addition to our midfield. He makes those mazy runs forward, like Rice. Can you imagine? 2 8s? Can you imagine 2 8s? One left-footed, one right-footed. It's going to be incredible. Both with an eye for goal. Rice, of course, has to take our free kicks, most of them at least. Odegaard's been left out. I think he has to start from the bench and come on for perhaps Rice or Calafiori just until he gets his goals up. He's put in the most through balls by far out of anyone in the team. But he's got a very low tackling and interceptions rate. By the way, did I mention Calafiori in the blocks per 90 minutes tally ranked in the top 3. He adds a bit of crunch, a bit of defensive crunch, which we need given we've lost Timber and Skelly on the left and then the right. He'll be coming on from the bench. Havertz is a great blocker of the ball as well. Trossard as well. And Marino, who ranks in terms of tackles and interceptions, ensures that this team still has enough defense capability. I think the balance is just right. So of course, Ryan goes. So, from the top down, leading the line, Marino, who has proved clinical time and time again and a winner. And very good at hold-up play. A huge aerial threat. Havertz, tucked in behind him. Or if we want some more balance with pressing, maybe Havertz on the left and Marino on the right. But Havertz will get us goals. You know, he's got an eye for goal and he's very tenacious. We'll be making some tackles that will hopefully dispossess the opponents in their first third, in the upper third for us of the pitch. Rice, one person's going to be making those crunching tackles in the pressing, in the forward pressing, as well as Calafiori. These guys know how to pass the ball. Party with that bit of vision. Hopefully replacing some of the through ball output that would normally come from Martin Odegaard, who I would put on the bench for now. Both Calafiori and Rice love to switch the ball. If they can increase their through ball, not just switch the ball, but hit long balls. If you look at the stats, these are two players that make a lot of long passes. In this formation, I'd say they have the opportunity to start crafting through balls into the wingers, Trossard or Saka, maybe even Havertz as well, which is why Havertz maybe starting a bit more on the left. So across the midfield, from left to right, Trossard, Calafiori, Partey, Rice, Saka. Physically imposing, no doubt. Perhaps a little bit lacking in pace on the left-hand side, but you can't have perfect. Defensive line from left to right. Gabriel, Kirio, Saliba. Of course, Gabriel being left-footed, having a bit more pace than Kirio, can perhaps provide a bit more cover for Trossard and Calafiori. Trossard is faster. He's fast enough. We can always sub in Martinelli as well, although I'd prefer Martinelli up front. To be honest, he could play left as well. We've got Timber as well, coming off the bench, who can shore up a game and provide some great crosses, and he gets forward as well. Skelly as well. Can you imagine how much fun he would have in that role? Left midfield. So we've got great defensive options on the bench. We could even put, if necessary, we could even replace Calafiori with Skelly to provide a bit more pace. A bit more pace with the same amount of crunch. But Calafiori's got an eye for goal, and we need more goals. So Calafiori starts. But yeah, so Kirio in the center. I think the assuredness of his last 5 displays, as well as his confidence on the ball and being left-footed as well. I think centre back, the middle centre back would be great, and something that would increase his confidence as well. And I think he could be a great player for us. Saliba is Saliba. We need him on the ball as well. He can combine with Saka on the right and Rice. And in goals, Raya, of course, will be looking to come forward. And might even slot next to Kirio at times, allowing Gabriel and Saliba to provide a bit more width when necessary. Gabriel can cross a ball as well. I've seen that as well. In terms of aerial threats in this team, we've got Gabriel, even Marino, Havertz for sure, Rice even, Saliba even, Kirio, who scored a header, I remember, against Crystal Palace. A very tall side. In terms of pace, how we're doing. Of course, Saka, gun on the right, on the left, Trossard. He uses space a bit more rather than his pace. Positioning rather. And Rice has got some pace on him. Saliba as well. Did I mention Gabriel? If we want more pace in some matches to pick apart some teams' defenses, I'd probably replace maybe Marino with Martinelli. So this team's got pace. Creativity. What about creativity? Calafiori is a maverick. He takes chances on the ball. Saka, of course. Trossard as well. He's got that bit of magic. Hopefully we can see it more regularly though. And maybe we've got a left winger coming in the next transfer window, the next January transfer window. But he's got creativity, Trossard does. Marino's got that bit of magic too. Rice with the free kicks. Even the mazy runs, he takes chances. I think Calafiori might provide a bit more creativity than what we've seen. Also the formation as well. Because there are going to be more spaces opening up. Because we're going to have more players in the top half of the field more often, I'd argue, under this formation. When the opponent attacks us, which they'll do, probably starting into the wings, behind our left and right midfielders. We don't need to follow them as much because we've got 3 centre backs who all 3 of them are quite tall as well. And good at blocking as well, Gabriel in particular, Saliba as well. So, and Kirio with his head. So think defensively this team is quite sound as well. So anyway, I'm very interested to hear what you think about that. I think you'd agree with me that we do need a change, at least to get the team feeling like this campaign's gonna be, or next campaign's gonna be different, you know? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm out.